This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. If you're drawn to this reading, we're taking a look at a particular connection, of course. I'm calling this reading a passionate love affair. Each and every sign will have a reading. So let's go ahead and take a look at that energy for you, whatever sign you are tuned in and watching. So focusing on connections that maybe in the beginning were super intense, very magnetic. You guys got along great, very compatible. And as time unfolded, perhaps things have cooled down, or you might not be with this person. Maybe you guys are at a distance from one another. You could be together, but going through some challenges. So I'm just kind of keeping it open to whatever presents itself here. I do have these decks that I am drawn to, and it was perfect that this was the very first deck, since that's what this reading is called, A Passionate Love Affair, the Whirlwind Romance Oracle. This one's by Angelic Revelation 144. And we're going to take a look at what went wrong, and ultimately, does this person have any regrets? So I'll be using both of these decks, my Shadows and Secrets deck, as well as Mystic Moon's Twin Flame Shadows. You don't, of course, have to identify with a twin flame connection. I'm just drawn to these particular decks here. And then lastly, we'll go ahead and take a look at what they need to tell you now at the time that you are tuned in and watching this reading. We'll be using Sister Moon Tarot's deck for that one. Relationship design cards. Of course, I'll clarify everything with various tarot decks. And let's get started. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what message comes through for you. All right, Taurus, a passionate love affair. Let's go ahead and get into some messages for you. So we're taking a look at the current energies here. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What do we need to know? Sensual. A sexy person and sensual connection. You know, it is coming through as passionate, so I'm not surprised to see that. This was a very intense connection in the physical sense, for sure. Look at this, and now we've got intimate. A deeply loving person, an intimate connection where true naked vulnerability is safely expressed. All right, so for sure focusing on the intimate moments, the passion, the sensuality, all of that is coming forward. Let's grab one more here for Taurus. So current energies for this connection. We have cooperative. A cooperative partner and a couple who work together as a team. So not only are you guys very compatible as far as the intimacy, but it seems that you guys are all in, you're invested in the partnership, you're willing to work together. So that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and see what the tarot messages bring forward. Does it coincide with that message, or is this what needs to happen? You know, could that have been lacking in the partnership? All right, so let's see. I'll be pulling from the Piney Rose Tarot. This one's by Calico Moon Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please. A passionate love affair for Taurus. It clearly is indicating that here. All right. What do we need to know? We have the Ten of Cups. I mean, how beautiful is that? Marriage, family, hopes, dreams, love, contentment, home. I feel, Taurus, whoever you're thinking about, you feel like your search is over. You have found your ideal person. That doesn't mean that the relationship is perfect, because there is no perfect relationship, but I'm just getting here for you that you feel that this is your perfect partner in this lifetime. Look how cool this is. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We have the cooperative message that literally says that you guys work together as a team, while the Three of Pentacles is all about teamwork. So that's fantastic. That could be an indication that you guys both understand what the other person needs. And you guys are just on the same page. I don't know if you guys talked about getting married, or maybe you are married to this person. But it's a beautiful energy, honestly. This is about two people who are planning a future together. No, we've got the Two of Cups. Marriage, partnership, mutual love. I mean, it is so beautiful the way that's coming through. So not only is it an exciting, passionate connection in the physical sense, but in your heart space as well as theirs. They really see longevity here. You know, it's not just the physical for them, it's everything. You've definitely touched this person's heart. We do have the Knight of Pentacles showing up. Now, for some of you, you could both be Earth representation. You know, we are focusing on Taurus here. Some of you might be thinking of a Virgo or even a Capricorn for your partner. The Knight of Pentacles, though, it's a very slow moving energy. Very, very slow. So it depends, Taurus. You know, is it going too slow for you? Or is it just at the right pace? Or do you not mind that things are moving ever so slowly here? This particular card, it says a slow-moving man, self-disciplined, productive, perfectionist. And if your person is too much of a perfectionist, sometimes that can definitely create a problem. You know, instead of just moving forward, they have to ensure that everything is just the way they want it. And sometimes that could definitely slow things up. Divine Feminine, you're coming in as the Empress. Now, what makes this really jump out for this reading is that the Empress represents Taurus. So Divine Feminine, here you are. All right. It can represent motherhood. It can represent that very nurturing energy here. So I can't help but feel, along with the Ten of Cups, that the two of you talked about starting a family, or you already have. So marriage, children. I'm getting to, for some of you guys, that your person might not be ready for all that. That could be why it's going so slow here. Some of you might be dealing with a masculine who is just a little bit overwhelmed by everything, which is why they're either not ready for full commitment, or they're telling you that they're not ready. So that could be an issue for some of you guys. They're not ready. We've got the Hangman. We've got the Eight of Cups. So very interesting combo, because the Hangman represents this pause, letting go, a spiritual connection, kind of stepping away from a situation in order to have that new perspective, seeing it from the other person's eyes, perhaps. But the Eight of Cups, maybe this person walked away from you, or you did, because even though teamwork is required, I'm kind of feeling like you guys were, for some anyway, that you're on opposite sides. That could be an issue. So who walked away? Who decided to just put things into it's like hitting the pause button in a situation. It's not moving. And look at that. We've got the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, hurt, sorrow, grief, love triangle. So that love triangle, third party, it's not going to be for every single one of you, unless that's what it is that you are dealing with. Maybe somebody ended up having an unwanted pregnancy here as well. It could have been an affair, and it definitely hurt somebody here, especially if you were either married or somebody was already taken. And when the love triangle or third party was revealed, then that was just a very painful realization here. All right, so that's the current energy for Taurus. If that's something that you relate to, let's continue to take a look at the vibe. See what else can we learn. So what went wrong and do they regret it? We have a little indication as to what went wrong. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some additional cards. I'll be pulling from my Shadows and Secrets deck here. All right, it takes a look at the darker shades of love and relationships. So what went wrong? Do they regret it? The slumber party snores loudly, deep sleeper, an unawakened partner, oblivious to your wants, desires, and needs in the relationship. Okay? It's like going through the motions and not really knowing how to please you. They're coming through as unreliable, unreachable, breaks promises, doesn't return calls, very difficult to track down, misses appointments, they're not trustworthy, endless excuses, they drop the ball in romance. Okay, so that's what went wrong. What else, please, for this Taurus reading? We have nose job. Somebody could have gotten a nose job, but this one says conceited, thinks they are better than everyone else, arrogant, self-centered, overly opinionated, nose up in the air attitude. Okay, so if you've been dealing with someone like that, or if each card represents a different person, let's see what else we can find out. I'll be pulling from the deck by Mystic Moon here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. They're coming through as disconnected. Okay, what else? We have scorned. You know, it's like, what is that saying? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You know, but it can happen to, of course, either a man or a woman. But we're seeing the possibility of infidelity. And we see the unreliable card coming through there. So Divine Feminine, if you experience this, you know, maybe you had to process your anger somehow. We have secretive coming through. That's the bottom card. Somebody who was keeping you at bay, somebody who was not letting you in fully. So that's definitely an issue. They only shared with you what they wanted to share with you. Look at that, Two of Swords. We're at a standstill here. We have a stalemate. A stalemate as far as teamwork coming through. That's interesting. You know, because looking at the cards that already came through, Three of Pentacles representing itself there. You know, of course, we saw this one where it says you guys work together as a team. But for some of you, that could have been lacking. That could have been an issue. So as far as any sort of movement to work together, we do have this stagnant energy coming through. Okay. What else for Taurus? We've got the Two of Cups, okay? So that's the partnership. That's true love. We see that there. We see the Ace of Swords. We also see the Lovers. Now, sometimes this can represent infidelity. It can represent a sexual attraction that somebody has to another person outside of a connection. This right here, the Ace of Swords, it's revealing perhaps something that could have been hidden. You know, it's like that clarity to find something out in order for you to take action to either address it or move on or cut someone out of your life. But I feel, Taurus, for some of you anyway, this Two of Swords might have actually been a blessing. You know, it's like the universe putting a stop to a situation and directing you onto the right kind of love for you, having to cut someone out in order to find your ideal mate. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Ten of Cups. I feel it for the Divine Feminine especially. So if you had a masculine, for example, that ended things, you know, the disconnection, and maybe they really hurt you, they could have cheated on you, kept secrets from you. Although it didn't feel like it at the time, I'm kind of getting that it could be a blessing in disguise for you at this point. Because that could have been the one thing that happened in your life that'll direct you onto the right path to find the love that you so deserve. That could lead towards marriage. That could lead towards every type of experience, a very happy experience in love. So if you're not there yet, be open to the possibility of experiencing that. All right, let's go ahead and see what else. What else do we need to know here? All right, so that's what went wrong. Do they have regrets? I feel they do, absolutely. So what do they need to tell you now? What do they need to tell you now, Taurus? All right, let's grab some cards here. Look at that, angry, projections, resentments, unresolved. Now, for some of you guys, it is unresolved. You know, maybe you never had closure when it comes to this person. This could also be telling you that they're pissed off at themselves for hurting you, for doing something to break you guys up. We also have autonomy, independence, sovereignty, boundaries. They could be single at this point. They might be running into some blockages as well, as far as reconnecting with you, whether you've changed your number, maybe you've moved, maybe you've, you know, switched things up on social media to where they can't locate you. It could be so many things. And then we have the past, memories, nostalgia, connections. What do they need to tell you now is that they still think about you so much. You know, it really is one of those experiences where they had everything that they could have ever desired. But they blew it. You know, they messed up. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. Nine of Wands, okay. Look at this. Two of Swords. I'm telling you guys. Two of Swords coming through again. So we have a stalemate situation. Okay. There's something here that is stuck. It is not moving. You know, it's just not. It's at a standstill. They could feel like they're stuck in the past. The Knight of Wands could have been a person who was in player mode. You know, just wanting to have fun. They love their freedom to maybe come in and out of your life. They certainly could have been a very passionate lover. But it's the type of connection that was not meant to go the distance. And Divine Feminine, I feel after a while, you knew that. And so you weren't going to be spending any more time on this than you needed to. Some of you, I feel, you're angry with yourself because You did. You did spend too much time on it before you ended things with this person. Maybe you feel like you've wasted a lot of your life investing in this individual when you could have just moved on and found love elsewhere. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, 2 cards. Seven of Pentacles, and then we've got the Eight of Wands. So here's the thing, Taurus. Even though things are stuck when it comes to this situation in time, you know, your love life is going to pick up, I feel. You'll be a lot better off interacting with somebody else, somebody new. Okay. And Divine Feminine, you're showing up with the energy of the High Priestess as well as the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm kind of feeling for my Divine Feminine Tauruses, it's really important for you to heal and give back to yourself. Because the Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing, very maternal. So I'm kind of feeling for my feminines especially, you know, maybe spend a little bit more time with your mom or whoever is like a mother figure that can offer you the comfort that you're needing in order to heal, in order to just feel comforted and loved. I'm kind of feeling that for some of you guys. But it's also really important to trust what it is that you are feeling. Trust the process. Trust the healing. And when you're ready, love will find you, I feel. It really will. Nine of Swords. So try to not be tapped into this energy. You know, it's a part of being human, certainly, to be afraid, to feel anxious. Nine of Swords can feel like that sense of despair. It could represent anxiety. It can represent depression. It's not an easy thing to go through. You know, feeling hopeless, perhaps, that this is something that you can either ever achieve, or it just feels hopeless. But that, I feel, could just be all in your head, you know, and that's where the healing begins, to be able to get past your fears and to open yourself up to the possibility of maybe new love coming in. You know, you shouldn't put your life on hold, continuing to invest in somebody that just does nothing for the connection, or they just are not pulling their weight. If they're still coming in with the energy of the Knight of Wands, then you might not be the only person that they're talking to, because there's somebody like the King of Cups who will. So Divine Feminine, you've got a king that wants to come in here, into your life, into your heart, who will be ready to offer everything that they've got. They will give you the love that you've been looking for. They will give you their heart. They're ready for the kind of life that perhaps you've been envisioning for yourself. Just be mindful of people who just want to play with your heart, the ones that want to play with your affections, and they're not really wanting to stick around, because there's somebody here who will be able to offer that to you. And you just need to be ready for it. Okay, bottom of the deck, you've got the Six of Wands. Beautiful. All right, because this is all about success. This is about doing the right things in your life so that you can have this happy outcome to your love life, certainly. Okay, so if you're not in a good place right now, Taurus, you don't want to spend too much time lingering and focusing on the past. You've got such an amazing future that you can create for yourself. If something is stuck, there's a reason why it's not moving. Because you are in full control over how to make this happen for yourself. And it's coming through here pretty strongly for Divine Feminines, but it could be that for the masculine as well. So what they want to tell you now is they really wish that they didn't mess things up, because they know that it's just not going in the way they'd like. Things seem to be stuck. There's not a whole lot of progress there. Maybe at this point, they recognize that you've already found somebody else, or you could be afraid that you're never going to find someone else. And that's just not the case. As long as you're open to it and putting that energy out there, you will find love. Don't sell yourself short by focusing on a love connection that fizzled maybe a long time ago. All right, Taurus, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love it if you give it a like or share it or subscribe to the channel. That would be so awesome. And if you're wanting your own personal reading, that info is down below in the description box. I'll, of course, link all of the decks that you see here. Thank you so much, Taurus. I will see you in the next reading. Take care.